Hello, world. It's Nelson.
John.
And John Cosme has just landed an ESPN Dallas internship. Congratulations to him. Hard work paying off. We're 21. We're making moves. Y'all can't stop us.
Want to give a special shout out to everybody who wished me luck on the interview. All my family, friends who texted me, who sent me stuff on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Special shout out to Miss Ferris back at SGP, journalism teacher, Indian Echo. Those were the days. She taught me and Nelson everything we know about sports journalism, things like that. So huge shout out to her. But thanks again, everybody.
So much determination, though.
Yeah. Okay. But back to Bloghoggers. We're going to talk about a few things: the lockout, Cowboys, Penn State, the Patriots' struggles, and Tim Tebow. So to start it off, Nelson's going to talk about the lockout.
Day 131 of the NBA lockout. Disappointed. It's pretty sad because the players and owners, they just can't agree. They don't understand that the players will not go under 52%. But yet the owners want to come in and say, oh, you know what? We're going to drop it to 50, so you guys better take it or leave it. David Stern, what are you doing? Come on. The players, they want to play. The owners, they want to make money. There's no happy medium here.
I don't understand why they don't go to a 50-50 split and just call it a day. At the end of the day, the players are going to make their money. The owners are going to make their money. The good players are going to get their money off the court as well. Exactly. So, if you're good enough, you're going to make money regardless. So, I think a 50-50 split is a good compromise for both parties. And, at the end of the day, you have to look out for the fans because the fans are the ones that give you the money. You know what I'm saying? We're the loyal supporters of the teams and stuff like that. And come on, we want to see the Mavericks repeat. Like, why does this have to happen when the Mavericks win the championship? It's ridiculous. Get it together, people.
So basically, if they don't get something together within the next week or so, I think they should start canceling games throughout Christmas and possibly the season. So let's hope that they can get something accomplished pretty soon. So,
yeah, enough of that. Now we're going to talk about the Cowboys. As we've seen through this whole season, they are very inconsistent. They beat the teams that they should beat, but yet they lose to the teams that are actually really good and Super Bowl contenders. Tony Romo has not lived up to the hype at all in his stint here in Dallas. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, for simple reasons like he's not a leader. He's not like Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady where he can lead a team in the fourth quarter or in the first quarter for that matter. So, they need to get it together as far as, their offensive consistency as well as their defensive consistency because they can't stop anybody. Like a few weeks ago, Calvin Johnson just went off on them. It was just ridiculous.
Well, he goes off on everybody, so.
He does, but, you're the Dallas Cowboys. You have high expectations. But they've had some positives such as DeMarco Murray and, Robinson?
Ron Robinson.
Has come up big for the Cowboys. So I think they will make a run, but they'll end up finishing either second or third. I think possibly third because I think the Eagles are better than they are. But we'll see what happens. But in the wild card, you have good teams like the Buccaneers, Bears, Lions, Saints. So, it's either the division or nothing. So,
but when you think about it, the Cowboys have the weakest strength of schedule within the next month. They play the Bills, who are 5-3. They're pretty good. But they play the Redskins. They play the Dolphins on Thanksgiving, and they play the Cardinals. They could easily go 8-4.
They could, but they won't because the Cowboys play to the level of their competition. The Redskins always play the Cowboys close, no matter what.
They always lose.
The Dolphins, that you never know. They beat
Kansas City.
No, they blew out somebody.
Kansas City.
Okay, well, Kansas City's a pretty decent team. Anyway. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like I said, they're going to make a run, but when at the end of the day, they're going to have to play the Giants. They haven't played the Giants at all this year. They're going to have to beat them. They're going to have to beat the Eagles. So at the end of the day, are they going to do that? I don't think so.
All I'm saying is I hope DeMarco Murray puts the team on his back, though.
Yeah. Okay, now to weird news and disgusting news. Penn State is in some hot water.
Pause.
Literally hot water.
But basically, Penn State's been going through some troubles as far as their ex-coaches One in particular who's been going on campus doing things that we just can't say on this broadcast. But basically, the biggest news to me is that the fact that Penn State could be firing or forcing out Joe Paterno, their head coach, who has been the head coach since 1960. What's 1968?
Since God says, "Let there be light."
Joe Paterno's security number is 1.
Basically.
But basically, Joe Paterno, he's 84 years old. He's pretty much been, the default head coach. I mean, when you think about a head coach in any sport, he is the one.
He's like Mike Krzyzewski of college football.
Basically, I mean, when you have a coach with that much stability, with one program, I mean, it's crazy. And he's the all-time leader in wins for Division I AA football. And you're getting rid of that history basically because of some transgressions that he didn't know about. So I'm saying that Penn State has to let him go, just because of the fact of the circumstances they're dealing with, and you have to set a standard, and you don't want your program to be known for letting a coach who knew about these transgressions, depending, it doesn't matter on how big you are as stature. I mean, you have to, like I said, set the standard.
Basically, what we're trying to say is, please don't go, Joe. Is what we're basically trying to say. You like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so we talked about, back to the NFL, with the Patriots struggles. We all know and we all think of them as a dynasty. We all think of Tom Brady as the quarterback, give or take the best quarterback besides Peyton Manning. They've been struggling. They're 5-3 now. They're finding themselves competing in the division with the Jets and the Bills. So, the question came up on ESPN this week: is the window closed for the Patriots as a Super Bowl contender?
I say yes.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean their defense has to step up. They're not going to win a Super Bowl with that defense. They have the last passing defense in the league. You're not going to do that. You just can't do that. And how about you play Malcolm Williams? I don't know. What word is he's been lighting up Ocho Cinco in practice. So
and that's the only time Ocho Cinco even sees the field nowadays is practice. So
yeah, it's very disturbing. But yeah, you have all those teams in the AFC that are fighting for a playoff spot. So the Patriots are looking at a wild card for the first time in a long time. So I don't think the window's closed, but I think they need to get together, specifically on defense.
I think the window's closed. I think that if you've looked over their past playoff history, they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2004. It's been 7 years. They've lost their last 3 playoff games. I think they're all at home too. So when you have that type of history, I know that Brady has 3 rings, but it's been a while. So I think people know what the Patriots are doing, and they've solved that Brady-Belichick that dynasty. So I think their dynasty is closed. I think their success will still, periodically happen, but I think their championship window is closed.
Who do you think the next dynasty is?
I mean, it's too early to tell. I mean, I can realistically see Green Bay being a dynasty with Aaron Rodgers. No one's slowing him down. They're 8-0. If they want to play a slow down game, they can play a slow down game. If they want to put up 50 points on you, they can easily do that. So
they could also give up 50 points as well.
But they scored 51.
Anyway, last topic of the day or the night we're going to talk about is one of my favorite players, Tim Tebow. A lot of people say, oh, he's not going to be a winning quarterback. Oh, he's not going to be a starter in the NFL. Guess what? He's doing both. This past week, he threw for 100 yards, rushed for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is basically a white Michael Vick.
I knew it.
When he was with the Falcons.
I knew he was
with the Falcons. What did people say? What did people say about Michael Vick when he was with the Falcons? He can't throw. He can run. But guess what? Who did people play with on Madden?
I knew he was going to say that.
Who did people play with on Madden? Michael Vick. You know why? Because he was good. He was really good. And Tim Tebow has that same quality of running and throwing. No, he's not Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers when it comes to throwing, but give the kid a break. He just got in the NFL. He is a winner. He's won 2 national championships. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's done a win. You just got to give him some time.
I mean, I respect Tim Tebow. I mean, anytime you can go out there and work as hard as he does, and whoever his speech coach is, I really need to get that dude's number because, I mean, he has the best post-game speeches, man, like, for real. Like, he puts the team on his back on the podium.
Yeah.
And but back to him on the field. Like you said, I mean, you can make the comparison between him and Michael Vick, but I don't know. People were.
Who else would you compare him to?
I don't really compare him to anybody. I think he's his own player. I think there's never been a player like Tim Tebow. I mean, he runs the ball extremely well.
Okay.
The only thing I'm worried about is he's taking a lot of shots, and as a quarterback, you got to stay in the pocket.
He's built like a fullback. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Fullbacks don't last in the league that long.
Okay,
Look it up.
He has the qualities of Michael Vick, but he can take the hits. Is what I'm trying to say. If Tim Tebow, okay, answer this question. If Tim Tebow works on his fundamentals as far as throwing, and becomes a decent passer, tell me he can't lead that weak division with his team to the playoffs.
I mean, they're only one game out of first place right now, so
okay, but realistically, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. But I'm talking about future. If he works like he says he's going to work, don't you think he can be a playoff quarterback in that weak division?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean,
if you have to answer right now, yes or no?
If I had to predict, I mean, I think that. No, I honestly I don't think so.
Is it because he's white?
It's not because he's white. I like Aaron Rodgers. He's on my fantasy team, lighting up the scoreboard every week for me.
Didn't Michael Vick lead his team to an NFC Championship?
Did he ever win a Super Bowl though?
Did he lead his team to an NFC Championship?
Did he ever win a Super Bowl?
What I'm suggesting is that he's a playoff quarterback. Michael Vick led his team to the playoffs when he couldn't throw.
Tony Romo was a playoff quarterback, and you dock him every week.
Technically. I would take Tim Tebow over Tony Romo.
All right, this show's over. Bloghoggers, we had a great evening. Thank you again for congratulating John Cosme for landing his ESPN Dallas internship. We are working hard. We have the determination, and we put the team on our back door. Child's play.
So, be on the lookout for more posts. We will get them to you as soon as we can. We have busy schedules. The semester's winding down, so be patient. But keep reading though, because we know what we're talking about as far as sports and things like that. And if you have any suggestions, or if you want to send us like a guest blog or a guest writing post, whatever, feel free to, and we'll post it. So it's no big deal. But yeah, so until next time, we'll see y'all.
Follow us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, what's your Twitter name?
It's at NEL_O.
And at I_am_swag_21.
Yeah.
So
remember that.
Follow us.